New at 6 tonight, the return to school in Unicoi County means a little more this year than other years. A school with almost 100 students and teachers suffered historic damage from that historic storm last fall. We're talking about Helene, and it forced an emergency move to middle school. But the elementary is now back open. And 10 News reporter Olivia Daig joining us now with more on the scene there of the first day back at Temple Hill. Olivia?
Hey, John, everyone I talked to in this story, a teacher, the director of schools, and a parent, they all went to this community school, Temple Hill. It was damaged last September, and it was very hard for them to spend the rest of the year at a different school. So really, the first day back at school was about coming home. It's 10 months in the making.
Coming back today, it was lots of smiles, lots of hugs. It just really felt good to be home.
This year at Temple Hill Elementary,
It's gonna be a great day.
the first day of school is a homecoming.
When the kids got in and saw that the building was pretty much like we left it, I think that put ease on them because they have seen the devastation as you drive by the river.
The school nestled in the mountains is full of history.
I went to Temple Hill as a child, so it was like a big deal for my kid to go here.
Kelsey Shelton said
she
it meant
loved
the
the middle
world
school
to drop her 6-year-old back here after her kindergarten year was interrupted on September 27th.
Like it was just another day, and then when we woke up, everything was different. We were stuck at the house for 2 days.
It's a fuzzy story in the eyes of a first grader.
Do you remember what happened last year, why you had to move to the big kid school?
Had the flood.
Do you remember that? Can you tell me anything about it?
It damaged just four.
But it's a vivid memory for many.
Walk me kind of through that day.
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously ended up being a really tough day. But
John English is the director of Unicoi County Schools.
my first thought was our students, our families, our staff, our school on that end of the county, Temple Hill. And, you know, at first I was hearing things saying it's gone.
But the school didn't wash away. Instead, pipes burst, flooding the gym floor, cafeteria floor, and ruining the electrical system.
A good thing to see that, okay, we didn't lose this school and we can fix what was damaged.
With roads and bridges cut off, there was a feeling of isolation.
And I'm used to being in the mountains, but it's different when you're actually stuck there.
It was teachers and school staff who did head counts, an attempt to lay eyes on every child.
You know, they were thrilled to see us because they were scared. You know, even the houses that weren't affected, it still affected us.
3 weeks later, kindergartners and 8th graders learned under the same roof for a year at the middle school.
She loved the middle school because of the older kids, but it was just different because I was worried about this school.
At this little school in the mountains, healing is still happening every day. Crystal Edney sees it in her own classroom.
If it was getting ready to rain or it started raining, you would see them tense up and they would say, is it going to flood? Is it going to flood outside?
5 families at Temple Hill lost their homes and others lost family.
There were so many facets. We were dealing with loss of loved ones, not knowing where loved ones were, not being able to communicate.
As students walk back into their classrooms, things outside look different.
Well, I mean, logistically things have changed, you know, routes and, and roads and bridges.
But Temple Hill proved it was strong enough to weather the storm.
And you come out of it stronger, you know, and I think Unicoi County is stronger than it was before.
And families say it's good to be back.
It's pretty much like home. I can't really explain it any other way.
And even with the lights off and no running water, Temple Hill was being used as a donation center, even though there wasn't power. Many of the people running that center were teachers, and it's just another way the school remained at the heart of the community in the midst of that disaster. And I also did a 30-minute interview with the director of schools, John English. We talked about that day, the role the school system had in the community, and the future for the county. You can watch that now on WBIR Plus. Download it on your TV and watch for free. John, I'll send things back to you.
They have been so resilient. Olivia, thank you.